myself. He wears a size 10. I think we should give him an 8 just for fun. Let's find something comfortable for Perez. Are you loving every minute of this? No? And he paid to be here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful neighborhood. Good to be high, good to be high. Brad, what do you do for a living? You write for a wrestling magazine. I guess that would explain the hair. I'm sorry. What kind of in-depth articles do you write for a wrestling magazine? The ringside wrestler. Okay, I have to check that out. You examine the matches. Brad, the wrestling Gascony, France, 1625. D'Artagnan, your sword.
Well done, my boy! Here, take my sword. I've taught you all I know. You're strong and fast, and you're a D'Artagnan from Gascony. So fight whenever you get the chance.
Don't encourage him.
And fight all the more readily because dueling is against the law. Here's 15 crowns for you, enough to get you to Paris. And this is your introduction to Monsieur de Treville.
Our old neighbor.
Captain of the King's Musketeers. Now, there are only 3 men in France you need respect.
The king, the cardinal, and Monsieur de Treville.
Exactly. Finally, I've a horse for you. A charger? Well,
Not your horse, father.
yes. Charlemagne's older than you, but he served me well in 2 wars. Look after him. He's one of the family. Your mother has something for you.
It's a special ointment, an old country recipe. It will cure every wound, except the heart.
Thanks, mother. I may need it. Farewell, father. Farewell, sweet land of my youth. Farewell, dear mother and father who bore me. When evening falls, I'll be far away. Destiny calls. I must obey. Riding to Paris and join the king's garrison there. And then let all those who would try to oppose him beware. The deeds I'll do in Paris will soon put paid to theirs. One brave debut in Paris can make a man's fortune. In Paris a man can be all that he dares. Girl so exquisite, you ask yourself, is it a dream? It's practically criminal how fair the women will seem. The dash I'll cut in Paris will set their hearts afire. Where us but in Paris are women and so lovely. In Paris is all that a man could desire. Ah, what bliss to be young and in Paris, strolling by day on the boulevards, drinking it in. But more than this, it's when night falls in Paris that adventures can begin. Soon I'll be famous, a dashing boss, a musketeer.
What the devil is that?
Fearless and loyal, a man who has royalties here.
Looks like an overgrown rat. And I will get to
Why are you
Paris.
staring?
It's too far gone to see.
Are you daring to mock my horse?
Oh, no, sir, a very fine steed, sir. A truly remarkable breed, sir. A mounted for Rajas, a prince among chargers, indeed.
Hey! That horse is one of the family.
I can believe that.
If you laugh at him...
Young man, I am not often amused, but I do insist on laughing when I please.
Not at my expense. You know what that means, I take it.
Yes! You have to bend down and pick it up. Stick him on his orange pony and send him back to Gascony.
Chevalier, you are keeping me waiting. Aren't you being a little hard on him? He's just a boy.
Look, this is addressed to Monsieur de Treville. Perhaps this is not as innocent as it seems.
It's just a letter of introduction. Besides, Treville couldn't possibly know about this meeting.
And what can I tell the Cardinal? It's a long ride from Paris even for the pleasure of seeing you.
You may tell the Cardinal that I have just returned from England and that the Duke of Buckingham is already on his way to Paris.
So, he took the bait?
You sound surprised. But I do understand how a man's mind works.
Milady.
Very careless to leave his bag unattended. He won't last long in Paris, from what I've heard. If the Cardinal's guards don't get you, then you'll be skewered by one of the King's Musketeers. Let me introduce myself.
Monsieur!
Excuse me. Coward! Absolutely! Bastard! Couldn't agree more, sir. A proper bastard.
Cecile, my coat. Oh, here. You may need this, Monsieur d'Artagnan.
But she is wonderful. They say that in Paris, sir, there are women like that on every corner.
Are you going there too?
Yes, sir, I'm down on my luck. I need a job.
Wait! I have some money here somewhere.
Please, don't worry, sir. All in the day's work.
Riding to Paris.
What is Paris?
Ever onward to Paris.
Danger in Paris.
Riding to Paris to join the King's garrison there. Setting the laurel, romancing the war in the air.
To seek far-flung adventure in service to the proud.
What mocking tongue could quench a heart burning so brightly for chivalry, valor, and endless renown?
to the Pinecone Inn. You've had a long ride, by the look of it.
Yes, sir. Could you tell me where Monsieur de Treville lives?
Oh, you're in luck, sir. You can see his courtyard from our balcony. A potential recruit?
Yes, it's my one ambition.
Before you leave, may I suggest a square meal, menu, and a bottle of wine, carte de vin. The Musketeers won't be here for a couple of hours, and you could do with a wash. Here, Henri! Where do you think you're going?
I'm needed at the palace.
Again? Whatever for? You should be doing your sewing in the evening. You're meant to work here with me during the day. Look, here's a young man just arrived from the south. He's ordered a meal.
Can he afford it?
Women, monsieur. My wife, seamstress to the queen.
Your wife?
Madame Bonacieux.
Monsieur! D'Artagnan.
Do you plan to sleep here as well?
Yes. I think I'd like that.
The meal will only be 2 crowns, sir. And our rooms are extremely reasonable.
Oh, those men were thieves as well as cowards.
Oh, you're bleeding. Here, use this.
Well, this'll heal in no time. My mother gave me this wonderful ointment.
That is a nasty wound.
At least it's not to the heart.
It's nowhere near your heart. Here, let me do it. Your first day in Paris, and you're in the wars already.
Another letter from Buckingham.
There. You'll live.
Oh, Madame!
Why don't you keep it for now? What did you say your name was again?
D'Artagnan. And yours?
I thought the Queen was expecting you. You mustn't appear unreliable.
Constance.
And come back at once. Now, about the money, sir. I'm sure we can work something out. Why don't you sell me your horse? It's on its last legs.
Sell father's horse? Charlemagne!
Well, that's settled. You'll be ready for the real world in no time. Henri, show this man to the single room. Yes, that one. I'm sure he'll be right at home there. And what do you want?
A bottle of your best wine and a little privacy.
2 crowns.
What?
I shall have to refine my technique. Anyway, as I was saying, my name's Planchet. Gilbert Planchet. Come to Paris in search of a nice, quiet job. 1624. A very bad year. But 1625! What a moment to be alive! It's got everything. Sex, violence, royal scandal, handsome young king, beautiful foreign queen, a perfect match. You'd think, but no children. In fact, the only things that are breeding are a few nasty rumors in the corridors and courtyards. While at the center of the spider's web lurks the Cardinal Duke de Richelieu. He acquired his taste for power when the king was a boy, and he wants to keep it. So his motto is, divide and rule! Don't worry, I'll fill you in. Now at this particular date, the hand on the rudder of state regrettably isn't the king's. He's done the most feeble of things, relinquished the scepter to one who's adepter at pulling political strings. Cardinal Richelieu, that is. The cardinal is, in a phrase, the master of all he surveys, maintaining a network of spies to act as his ears and his eyes, and thus outmaneuver the man in the Louvre, whatever his majesty tries. So, the king's weak, and the cardinal likes it that way. Now, a fact of importance, so prick up your ears. The cardinal's guards and the king's musketeers have squabbled and bickered and brawled for years. Dueling and fights are regular sights in Paris.
Thrust with the point, but watch your balance. Guard with the edge. Now shift your balance. Step, face, step, guard, lunge. And now a run
Good care. Good morning, Porthos. No serious damage?
Not to my clothes, fortunately.
Thank you, my dear. What a fiasco last night. Trevi will be furious.
Well, let's hope no one's heard.
Aramis! I gather you had a bit of trouble last night. Why, we were going to arrange a requiem mass.
Yes, Porthos, what is all this about you two being arrested?
What? Arrested? Us? Well, ask Aramis, he loves to talk.
No, we've been out and about since dawn on the tennis court. A long-standing bet.
Naturally.
Ridiculous.
Just if you bow.
And yet they still stop your will, send a thrill deep within you.
And now we'll run.
All that muscle, all that sinew.
Heroes, magnificent heroes, exactly the heroes I knew they would be. Join them, one day soon I'll join them. One day soon the hero of heroes will be me. Glory waits, that I guarantee.
Gentlemen, you're dismissed. Athos, Porthos, Aramis, I'll see you now.
One little word. Posing in a hat and both looking very grand. Second hand. Oh, it's so old, but regrettably feet are thin. They're all good for nothing. They're no good for wit, or class, or refinement, or style. But they're so good for a
Where's Athos?
Well, the doctor's still patching him up.
Yes, I know that, but we can't say that.
Oh, don't worry, I'll think of something. Gentlemen! Do you know what the king has just said to me?
No, Monsieur de Treville.
How could we, Monsieur de Treville? From now on, he said, I shall recruit my musketeers from the ranks of the Cardinal's guards.
Why, Monsieur de Treville?
Yes, why, Monsieur de Treville? He meant that the musketeers have water in their veins and need some fresh red blood. Oh, this morning, the Cardinal entertained the court with a most amusing story. A trio of drunken musketeers were brawling in a bar when a patrol of his guards passed by. Now, what do you suppose was the outcome, the Cardinal inquired, for these devils incarnate, these intrepid heroes, these matchless musketeers? They surrendered. But they never been so humiliated! The three best swordsmen in Paris. Aramis, why did I ever accept you as a musketeer? You're fit only for the church. And Porthos, you're nothing but an overstuffed clothes horse. And Athos, where is Athos?
He's ill, sir. Very ill, sir. Measles.
At his age.
Unbelievable. We're just big children, sir.
You mean he's wounded? I shall offer my resignation to the king. No! I shall apply to join the Cardinal's guards.
Oh, the devil, sir! They had us outnumbered 3-6. My sword broke. They drew as we drank the king's health.
And Athos fell.
Yeah, they dragged us away.
We managed to escape. What about Athos?
We fear the worst.
It would be a miracle. Athos!
It's a miracle.
You sent for me, sir? Your orders?
Athos, I was about to forbid my musketeers to risk their lives needlessly, because I know, and the king knows, they are his greatest asset.
Excuse me, sir.
Athos, quick, assure you, the king's the best. What do you doing here? Oh, of course. You're the young D'Artagnan. How is my old friend, your father?
He's very well, sir.
What can I do for you?
Sir! I've always dreamed of wearing a Musketeer's uniform.
Yes, so did we all. But the king has made a very strict rule. No one can become a musketeer until he's proved his courage in battle. I'll do what I can. I'll recommend you to Colonel Dessart for a place in his regiment. But be warned by what you've just heard. Paris isn't Gascony. So take my advice. Keep your head out of politics, your hand out of duels, and your heart out of love.
Sir, who's that man?
The Comte de Rochefort, the Cardinal's most trusted agent, and a man to avoid.
Well, he insulted me, and he'll pay for it. Ow! I'm sorry. I can't stop.
Can't stop, sir?
It was a mistake. I've apologized, so take your hands off me.
You insolent puppy. Still, one can't expect manners from a country bumpkin.
Sir! I may have just got here, but I don't need any lessons in manners. Oh, if I had more time...
Sir, I have all the time in the world. Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Where shall I find you?
Behind the Luxembourg.
What's that?
A quiet garden where I can complete your education.
Excellent! When?
Shall we say 8?
Yes, 8 is fine.
Then it's a date.
The pleasure's mine. Though you'll permit, I'm bound to ask. Will you be fit for such a task?
For such as you, I've no great need for being any more fit. At 8, your life is forfeit.
You dog! How fast you grow up in Paris. A moment ago, I was only a puppy.
Do you run with your eyes shut, you idiot? I think you've earned yourself a thrashing.
I can't see anyone here who can give me a thrashing, can you?
Oh, wait, sir. I'm here. Confound you!
I have all the time in the world.
You know the Luxembourg, I take it.
Doesn't everyone?
Tomorrow morning, then!
I should be honored!
And then prepare to meet your fate.
I'll see you there.
Shall we say 8?
Please join the queue.
What's that?
Best say half-past. These diaries do fill up so fast. Or 9 indeed is better still. I may well need some time to kill.
The Luxembourg at 9 it is. We'll soon see what you're made of.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Was that Madame de Chevreuse who passed by just now?
I beg your pardon. You must forgive me. I have a poem to finish.
Excuse me, sir.
De-dum, 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 de-dum. It's a villanelle, you know, entirely composed of monosyllables. Quite tricky, really.
This was meant for you. That lady dropped it.
Oh, just as I thought, the coronet of Madame de Chevreuse, in the finest embroidery and... oh, exquisitely scented, too. You are a lucky man, Aramis, for a priest.
You, sir, have not acted like a man of breeding.
What have I done now?
Even a Gascon should realize that no one places his foot on a handkerchief without good reason. The streets of Paris are not paved with lace. You, sir, have compromised a lady's reputation.
The Luxembourg?
The Luxembourg? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. The only question now is when. For though I hate to put on airs, the current state of my affairs is such that I'm hard-pressed to sin to find some time to fit you in. If you could wait perhaps till 10, it may be late, but then again, I may be late myself by then.
I'd love to chat, but duty calls. I'll see you at the gardens at 10. For now, 1,000 pardons.
You may need it. Oh, what a day. Tomorrow promises to be even better. See Paris and die, that's what they say. Me, I have to try both in a day. And should I make some sort of will, that shouldn't take too long, but still, though if I die, at least it's clear I'll be killed by a musketeer. But all the girls I might have loved, if only I'd been spared. Ah, merde.
Tell me, Rochefort, how has the Cardinal received the news of the Duke of Buckingham's romantic journey to France? Was he impressed?
We're both impressed, milady. He congratulated me most warmly.
Why you?
Because Bonacieux is my informant, and I recommended your services in the first place. Surely I deserve some reward.
I never forget. But let's not be distracted. Buckingham must be very close to Paris now. Let's hope he uses Madame Bonacieux as a go-between.
Now, from what I've picked up, the Cardinal's under a bit of pressure. This feud between his guards and the Musketeers isn't just a game. The King's beginning to flex his muscles. But he hasn't quite got the courage to do it openly. His Majesty blusters and cowers, while Richelieu wields all his powers. He'll never be happy until he's bent all of France to his will. But angels preserve us, what makes him so nervous? There's something that bothers him still. The Cardinal knows since the world began, a woman can always put heart in a man. And so he sets off to destroy, if he can, the wife of King Louis, the lovely Queen Anne. And soon all is going according to plan.
Your Eminence, you asked to see me, and I am happy to consent.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
As you must know, I have very few visitors.
I regret you feel so isolated. I thought that I should return these to you in person.
You dared to intercept my letters? Personal letters to my brother?
Of course I obtained the King's consent. He agreed with me that it was a sensible precaution, since your brother is also the King of Spain. The court is deplorably full of rumors. But, as you say, the letters are only personal. The King conveys his apologies.
Tell me, Your Eminence, why do I so seldom see the King? Weeks go by, I don't even know where he is.
Today, I believe His Majesty is hunting at Fontainebleau. He's easily distracted. He's very young.
We are the same age, and we are no longer children. I can only think that someone must be poisoning the King against me.
But Your Majesty, only yesterday the King asked me to give you these diamonds on behalf of the people of France. They are unique and exquisite.
I have many jewels and no occasion to wear them. The king loves dancing. It's been a year since we've attended a dance together.
That would be the occasion when you and the king entertained the English court, the memorable visit of the Duke of Buckingham.
Yes, I remember.
Madam, I too find it difficult to win the king's trust. He prefers to listen to Monsieur de Treville and the exploits of his musketeers. But I will take what you say to heart.
Adoration, and all based on one brief meeting, one walk along a terrace in lilac time.
But I do believe he truly cares for you.
I think it's just a romantic game. It's strange, Constance. I long to spend more time with the king, and yet I hardly ever see him. The cardinal seems to think I'm a bad influence on him. Perhaps I'd encourage him to rule rather than hunt. And you seem to be happy here with me. But I suppose you see your husband every day.
Oh yes, every single day.
What's he like, Constance? You never talk about him.
We have nothing in common. He's an old man. It was an arranged marriage. He treats me like a servant.
And suppose someone fell in love with you.
That's not very likely, but I do suppose it is a strange feeling. Was the Duke very passionate?
Yes! For an Englishman. It was an absurd, wonderful evening, and there haven't been many others since.
Read the letter, Your Majesty. If anyone wrote to me like that.
Dear God, he's in Paris. He begs to see me.
Be sure to contact me.
It's too dangerous.
It might be more dangerous not to see him.
Are we mad?
Any day, something might happen. Try as you may. The hope lingers on. For all that you swear that it's dead, it's still there.
Still know that there's something more than choosing what to wear.
And playing solitaire and combing out your hair. Remembering our world can change within a moment. Only know it when it comes.
You are punctual, sir. I regret my seconds are late.
I regret I have no seconds. The only man I know in Paris is Monsieur de Treville.
Oh, so if I kill you, you'll think me a child murderer.
Well, hardly, sir, when you've the disadvantage of such a serious wound.
Don't imagine that will make things easy for you. On the contrary, you'll find a left-handed opponent decidedly awkward. Voila! I'm so sorry.
You are most considerate, sir. I have this ointment my mother gave me. It should cure you in 3 days. Then I should be honored to keep our engagement.
Ooh. Sir, I admire your spirit. If I don't kill you, I shall look forward to a most pleasant acquaintance. Ah, here are my seconds.
Morning, Athos. Good morning. Aramis. Porthos.
Naturally, we're known as the Three Inseparables. What's he doing here?
He pestered me for a job. I found him leaning over a bridge, spitting into the Seine. That showed a certain level of intelligence. So I agreed to give him a trial. What's he doing here?
This is the gentleman I am about to fight.
But so am I.
Not until I have an appointment with him myself, but not until 10. Gentlemen! I'm afraid I owe you an apology. I may not be able to fulfill my debt of honor to you all. Let me explain. Monsieur Athos has the right to kill me first, which makes your claim, Monsieur Porthos, far less interesting. And yours, Monsieur Aramis, practically worthless.
It is hot, but I must fight in my doublet, as my wound has begun to bleed again, and I wouldn't want to taunt you with the sight of blood you haven't drawn.
Bravo! You are most courteous, sir, but I shouldn't want you to be placed at a disadvantage.
Very gallant. Enough of these compliments. I'm waiting for my turn.
Musketeers, you know the law against dueling. Sheathe your swords and come with us.
Our regrets, Count, but we have explicit orders from Monsieur de Treville, who receives his orders from the king.
Then we shall take you by force.
By 5 against 3, and I'm not quite at my best.
Unattractive odds.
Oh, it's better to die than be bawled out by Treville again.
Gentlemen, we are 4.
You're not one of us.
Not yet, but I'm a musketeer at heart. Ow! On my honor, if we are defeated, I won't be alive to see it.
What was your name again?
D'Artagnan.
Then Athos, Porthos, Aramis, and D'Artagnan.
On guard!
Our pleasure.
It's a funny thing being a hero. You'll be thinking that life is a war. When out of the blue comes some fight or duel to challenge your mettle, and maybe help settle the score. And what's more, there's a code every hero must live by. It's not all bravado and skill. It makes the heart stir to see each little curse paid by men trying to be self-denying with people they're dying to kill. As one will. Avoid being crude. There are things that aren't done. It's rude to allude to the feuds that you've won, and rude to fight with your back to the sun. Ow! And an unblinded hero is ethically zero. Shouldn't sound too rehearsed. Don't crow even so if your foe comes out worse. And always remember if he stabs you first. Restraint in your bleeding shows excellent breeding.
I thought I told you to go back to Gascony.
May never get rich as a hero, though you will get impressively strong.
no rush for D'Artagnan. I have an old score to settle with him once my wound is healed.
And now, gentlemen, I am ready for you.
Good God. I think enough blood has been shed for one day.
What about you two?
I'm satisfied. Where did you learn to fight like that?
My father.
Monsieur Aramis?
We don't kill our friends. Here, let me show you something I worked out last week.
Porthos, Aramis, we are called the Three Inseparables.
And now we're four.
He's very young.
His heart is in the right place.
Yes, but each of us has reasons for the life we lead.
No more words. Here I stand, friend. All for one, one for all. Who needs words? Heart and hand, friend. Let there come what may. Only point the way. Count me in. Name your day. If anything, I'll be there in a moment. Count me in. Name your day. I'll be there in a moment. Any moment. All you have to do is call. No one hardly at all, but
Gentlemen, explain yourselves. As for you, D'Artagnan, what did I say? Keep your head out of politics, your hand out of duels,
And your heart out of love.
Don't interrupt me. This is a serious matter. I've reported it to the king, and this is his response. Money.
It's an order from the king. And Treville from tomorrow, 2 weeks leave.
Your Majesty,
Come, Treville. I think we should go pay our respects to the cardinal.
Yes!
What shall I do with this?
Order yourself a first-class meal and 4 bottles of the best Burgundy. When you've got money, spend it.
No, Athos. First things first. You need yourself a servant. Here, take this one. What did you say your name was again?
Planchet. Gilbert Planchet. But I'd agreed to work for you.
No, I changed my mind. You talk too much.
But don't I have any say in the matter?
No.
Now, D'Artagnan, as you know, I am destined for the church, so I know very little about women.
What about Madame de Chevreuse?
My cousin. I'm giving her religious instruction. Theoretically speaking, if you want to enjoy yourself in Paris, find yourself a mistress.
Make sure she's rich.
And whatever you do, don't fall in love.
Ignore Athos. He has no sense of romance.
Won't you dine with me?
Sorry, D'Artagnan. We're on duty tonight. Tomorrow.
Where shall I find you?
Well, you can usually find us at the Pine Cone. Bonacieux's a miserable swine, but the cooking is first rate.
The Pine Cone? That's where I'm staying. Planchet, I'll give you a trial. You look like an honest man. Dirty, but honest.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
Oh, everything is wonderful. I may not be a musketeer, but my friends are. And then there's the lovely Constance.
Oh, the innkeeper's wife. Now, that is one area where I do have a little experience. Married woman. Servant to the queen.
Forget it. All I need now is some impossible quest, full of mystery and adventure. To struggle with might and main in some noble endeavor. Glory endures, as for life, now it's here, now it's gone. Why complain that you can't live forever if your name lives on and on?
Wonderful! I've got a job with a maniac. Wait a minute. What's he doing in France? The last player in our little drama, the Duke of Buckingham, Chief Minister of England. Now this man has everything. And yet, here he is, alone in Paris. Though powerful, handsome, and bright, he's never achieved all he might. For pleasure is Buckingham's aim, and women the fairest of game. His favorite pursuit is pursuing the beauties, then doing what rhymes with his name. Think about it. But duties still have to be done, and traveling to Paris is one. He there by some singular chance falls madly in love at a dance. And guess who he covets? This object of love, it's the wife of King Louis of France. And suddenly Buckingham's a changed man, lost in adoration. And what of the cardinal, crafty old prelate? He knows something's up, he can practically smell it. Setting his agents on Buckingham's tracks to get him the proof he annoyingly lacks, that Anne and the Duke make the beast with two backs. Pursuit! Where are you going, sir?
That's Constance. I knew it. She's involved in some intrigue. She may be in danger. Very likely. But time for bed, sir. Planchet, you disappoint me. Come on!
Wait, madam, I want to remember this moment. Nightfall in Paris, the flare of a torch, and waiting for me in the palace.
Come on, Your Grace, it's dangerous.
Oh yes, that's what I love about it.
But I don't.
Your information is invaluable. You are quite right to report on your wife. The Cardinal takes care of his friend.
Cardinal, my friend?
And Bonacieux, he takes care of his enemies in the Bastille. Buckingham will try to reach the Queen. Arrest him near the palace. He'll find that hard to explain.
It's all set. The trap is sprung. Go home. Respectable women shouldn't be out on the streets so late at night.
I'm not sure I care to be respectable.
Then slipped across a fountain.
Hurried by my friend, mercy doesn't count in Paris.
Shadow of a hand, bring against the shelter. Something running there, floating in the gutter.
George Villiers, Duke of Buckingham, I arrest you in the name of the Cardinal. Madam? Constance!
Why do you think?
Quick, this way. I thought you said it was all arranged, Comte. What's your plan now? Lay siege to the palace? Disguise yourself as a chambermaid?
Don't worry, milady. There's always an alternative. But unless someone has betrayed us, the Duke of Buckingham has more agents in Paris than we suspected.
But my dear Rochefort, there was only one man. Didn't you recognize him?
I was watching his sword.
Strange. He reminded me of that boy on his way to Paris.
What shall I say to her? What can be said in a minute? How to convey to her all of my heart in few short heartbeats? Why chance a meeting so reckless, so fleeting in shadows? The heart knows.
Hidden in shite and risking our lives for a minute.
What shall I say to her?
Starting at shadows, a rustle of footstep. As loud as heartbeats, what how 1 minute can carry within it a lifetime. Sometimes.
Now and forever, caught in your spell, slave to a power that won't be denied. Now and forever, to know that I love you, I'd give my life in a minute for one by your side.
Your Grace, why have you come to Paris like this, in secret?
Tonight is the anniversary of our meeting, and when you sent me this letter...
What letter? I have never written to you. Oh, this is the work of Richelieu. You're in terrible danger.
I would risk anything to be with you.
It's not just you. You risk Constance's life. And my reputation. You must leave at once. Please, never try to see me again.
Then if I cannot see you, my love, at least you will hear of me. I am planning an expedition to La Rochelle. Why? Because war leads to peace, and peace requires a negotiator, and I shall come to Paris openly and see you again.
You mustn't do these things for my sake. I am Queen of France.
But if you weren't...
I can't say. I do know I will never betray my vows.
And am I to have nothing to remember you by?
These 12 diamonds were given to me on behalf of the people of France. Take them. But swear to me that while they are in your possession, you will keep the peace between England and France. Do you promise?
I swear it. But you break my heart. Just as you broke it that evening in the gardens, you took my arm, and your hair brushed my cheek. Don't you remember that moment?
Now and forever, knowing we must part, slave to a power that can't be denied. Now and forever, to know that I love you.
I'd give my life in a minute
Constance, do you believe in destiny? Why should I arrive at your inn at that very moment? What made you stop and talk to me? Why did you pull out this handkerchief and wipe the blood away? Can you explain that?
You must believe in fate.
Must I?
You must believe that some things happen for a reason. Take you and I alone together.
Thrown together.
For a reason. Tell me what you're thinking.
I'm thinking. You don't know yet, but wait.
Kiss me.
You'll find that life's not meant to be some fairy story.
But what of love?
Yes, when it's right.
At first sight.
Fairy story.
You don't really mean that, do you?
How young you are, all these wonders you believe. How very sure you are, so young and so naive. Perfect love and happy ever after. Fine if you can work out how. Face it, happy ever after doesn't help you live with here and now.
You don't really mean that, do you?
I've learned to survive.
That's not enough.
I've been this way before. I've had my fingers burned. I know the lines by heart. I've got the lesson learned. I was doing very well without you.
No, you weren't. No, you
This way before.
kiss me.
I've got my fingers burned. I know the lines by heart.
Kiss me.
I've got the lesson learned. I was doing very well without you. It was good enough for me. I was doing very well without you.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
Please go. Just leave me in peace.
You don't really mean that, do you?
Yes.
D'Artagnan.
Love can make a man happy and fulfilled. Enjoy it while you can. Love can get you killed in
Thank you, Donna Estefania. I remain interested in any letter that the Queen writes, especially to England. Well, Rochefort, the Queen, I learn, is innocent. That makes her even more of a threat.
I don't understand, Your Eminence.
Never underestimate the power of an intelligent woman. But, luckily, she has placed herself in a position where I can discredit her and make sure that the King never trusts her again. France is safer in my hands. How well do you know this milady?
She's a widow, beautiful, rich, and intelligent.
Seductive.
Control. Oh. Your Eminence, may I introduce Milady de Winter?
Rochefort tells me you know England and the English court.
Very well, Your Eminence.
Including the Duke of Buckingham.
Oh, yes. We are quite familiar.
The Duke has been given some unique diamonds that belong to France. I want them back. Can you help me? He will keep them with him day and night.
Your Eminence, you are not asking me to seduce him, are you?
If necessary. But he's rash enough to wear them in public. To remove all 12 might be a little obvious. 2 of them would be quite sufficient for my purposes.
And what may I expect to receive in return?
From what the Comte told me, I thought you had everything.
A woman on her own is always vulnerable. But a carte blanche, signed by the Cardinal.
The power to act in my name?
Yes. That would protect her from every danger.
Then perhaps these 2 diamonds could mean a great deal to us both. Are you equal to the challenge?
Gentlemen, gentlemen, have some faith. Gentlemen, the diamonds will be with you even before they've been missed. Let's be frank, gentlemen. Why mince words, gentlemen? How can you doubt what you know that no man can resist? Men are so easy, choose your ploy, bold or coy, just find the key, and your man is unmanned. Ever so easy, acting pure, so demure, right to the moment he falls, in the palm of your hand. Help me, please. Gentlemen, hear my prayer. Gentlemen, you're so strong, I'm so weak, quivering here in distress. Trembling lips, gentlemen, downcast eyes, gentlemen. Was that an ankle you glimpsed as I shifted my dress? Men are so feeble, subterfuge, touch of rouge, treat them like gods, and you'll see how they crawl. Spineless and feeble, use them well, weave your spell, working your way to the day when you're free of them all. When you're free of them all.
earth was very dark.
Come on, man, spit it out!
There he is, he's assailed on all fronts. He takes 3 on at once. Does he flinch? Not likely. How it was, 1, 2, 3, they were floored, they were routed and gored. There was death on that day. I was there, and the way he looked so debonair when he laid them all low. What a spree, I could see every blow. You can take it from me, I should know.
Pursuant the life of a musketeer. And if you feel down on your luck, things could be worse. You've got the life of a musketeer.
To have the world within your grip, then let it slip for just one kiss. What other life? No other life but this. There you are, with your head in the air, not a thought or a care for what lies in wait when there she is, like a bolt from the blue, aimed directly at you. And what else can you do? Only fall, so you fall, till the sunlight itself seems to fall in the light from her eye.
Excuse me. My gorge starts to rise.
There she is. You move in for the kill, using all of your skill, but it's you who's vanquished. There you are. Sure you'll come out on top, that you'll know when to stop. Then you let your guard drop, and you're
Cardinal, I hope this is important. And how are your guards? No more fights in Luxembourg Gardens? Good day, madam.
Sire, I thought it my duty to report that the Duke of Buckingham has indeed visited France incognito. No, not some secret amour. Conspiring, we suspect, with the enemies within, the Protestant rebels at La Rochelle.
Does this mean war?
Probably. It would be helpful to arrange some public display of unity. The Queen, you may recall, loves dancing. Give a dance in her honor.
An excellent idea. It's been long since we've danced together.
The night of the 20th?
Very well.
It will be a perfect opportunity for the Queen to wear those diamonds you gave her.
Of course. Madam. Do you hear, madam?
Yes, sire.
So you will attend my dance?
Yes, sire.
Wearing your diamonds.
Athos! Athos, won't you drink with me?
Yes, I'll drink with you and I'll fight with you.
Then what's the matter?
Why did you have to fall in love? No road too steep, no foot too sore, no bed too mean. Who cares? The life of a musketeer. Why lose your sleep in yearning for what might have been when there's the life of a musketeer? So many crosses men must bear, there's none I'd care to change it for. No other life will make you live a life more. A glass of wine, I gave a glass of water to make up the life of a musketeer. So if you find you add some sweets to nice you up, take up the life of a musketeer. Some things in life are evergreen. A blade that's keen, a heart that's true. Our hero's life, no other life will do. The wayward wife of faithful friend of Mary's, well, that's the life of a musketeer.
Something terrible has happened. You have to help me.
Tell me.
I promised the Queen. God, I must have been mad. Here, read the address.
I'll take it.
No! It could be a death sentence.
I'll take it. Because I love you.
That's easy to say.
Then I'll prove it. Athos! Athos, we must go at once.
What's this all about? Have you killed the Cardinal?
Aramis, Porthos, will you come with us?
Sorry, D'Artagnan. Today is my afternoon for reading Dante with Madame de Chevreuse.
Didn't I promise to get some rouge for my Duchess?
Listen, you've got 2 weeks' leave. This letter must be delivered to the Duke of...
To an address in London.
London? Too expensive.
Here, this should be enough.
As long as one of us survives, all will be well.
It's a campaign, then? If I'm risking my neck, I'd prefer to know why.
Does the king give you reasons?
Life's too short for all these questions. Now we've got a pile of money and 2 weeks' leave. So, let's go and get ourselves killed.
All for one! Planchet, fetch the horses!
And life and death missions.
All the men quake at your hero will take at a whim. Look at him!
Oh, D'Artagnan, I can't ride all day on an empty stomach.
The horses could do with the rest.
Yes. Oh, very good. Something's cooking. Service!
Laws! In the name of the Cardinal!
What? In the name of the king?
Corporal! You sliced my rump!
Ride on, I'll soon settle them, never fear. Ride on, there's no point in lingering here. So go, D'Artagnan, go, D'Artagnan, ride. Ride on.
They picked on Porthos.
Because he talks the loudest, he has no idea how to be discreet.
Out of the way, we're in a hurry! You'll have to dismount, pompous.
Oh, what insolence! Leave this to me. Stand clear, or we will ride you down. Ride on. Escape while you still have a chance. Ride on. You ride for the queen and for France. Ride on.
Don't worry, we all love action. You don't have to think. Listen.
Oh.
Athos, Planchet, wait for me on the road to Calais. I'll go across the field.
What?
Ride on. You must catch the tide or you're lost. Allez!
Wait!
Ride on. Keep riding whatever the cost.
Monsieur D'Artagnan, you are surrounded!
A woman's on a ride on how you ride tonight. The tide, D'Artagnan, ride, D'Artagnan, ride, ride home.
All for one!
One for all.
Ride on.
Oh, look, sir, Calais. Magic. Bon voyage. Oh, no, Planchet. You're coming with me. I need you.
The voyage, well, all I can say. You learn something new every day. And one thing I learned on the spot, a sailor is one thing I'm not, and some things quite rightly you don't bring up lightly. And me, God, I brought up the lot.
2 exquisite diamonds coat, glittering with all kinds of meanings, romance, power.
Power?
Oh yes, it isn't a man's prerogative. I've played my part.
D'Artagnan can hardly be a threat now.
Perhaps not, but remember, he's your responsibility.
What did you say to him? Someone you've known but a minute.
I know we can count on him.
Did you betray to him all of my shame for some stolen heartbeats? How shall I bear it?
You won't fail us, I swear it, believe me. There's still 8 days.
Impossible. 2 of the diamonds are missing, lost, stolen. But I don't understand how. I wore them only once. When is the king's ball?
In 6 days.
There may still be time. New diamonds can be set. It's impossible. I'm the finest jeweler in Europe. Be here at dawn tomorrow.
One moment of madness, is that to destroy me? How shall I rest till the diamonds are here by my side?
How shall I rest till they're back by her side?
Is it true that Rochefort has lost track of that young man? D'Artagnan, why do you ask? He doesn't interest you, surely. He seems almost innocent. Like a hero from romance. That will soon change. If he survives. It's just a different kind of challenge. Time to turn the screw. Time to sow the poison seed. Watch it bloom. By and by. Time to draw them in. Time to make them all pay heed. Time to
Take care of these for the queen's sake. But remind her I can no longer guarantee to keep the peace. How can I reward you?
Sire, I haven't done this for you, but for the Queen of France. And someone else. I look forward to meeting you on the battlefield.
Heroes never, never lose. Not so D'Artagnan. Heroes too must face the canker in the soul. There can't be other
It's a noble endeavor.
that grows within.
Yours as for life, now it's here, now it's gone.
We are
Why,
Messieurs, mesdames, the king's guests are about to arrive.
They say the tension here is really set to mount tonight. They say the queen's about to fall. They say her back's against the wall. They say that Rachelle will settle her account tonight. They say it's hard to find the soot. They say there's dirty work afoot.
time. Who has one inside?
if you fail to rise. They say his soul to hell. Is it a bound for long shell?
Time, will he come in time? God in heaven bear him up, and let this cup pass by. Minutes rushing by.
Take my word, have no fear. He will be here in time. In time.
Must get to Paris, we mustn't embarrass the queen. Keep watch as you go, there's no danger, know what you need. Those vile intrigues in Paris, pray God we're not too late. It's 30 leagues to Paris, we'll be there by sunset.
Oh, in the name of the Cardinal!
I don't think we'll be there by sunset.
They say the party of the king is lost at sail tonight. Is it a wind despair for France? Is it a crush high in France? They say the calling of the men of the reserves who lies. Is it a future's looking bleak? Is it a town will pass me? The queen and the
Your Majesty, if the Queen is wearing the diamonds, which I very much doubt, you will see that she has only 10. Ask her where she can possibly have lost these 2.
What are you suggesting?
time for things passing, time for our humble by and
Madame, I asked you to wear your diamonds.
Why, sire, they are here.
I only see 10. Where did you lose these?
I have had the other 2 set as the most beautiful earrings. I do hope you approve.
Cardinal, explain yourself.
You must excuse my love of mystery, Your Majesty. I wish to present these diamonds to the Queen as a mark of gratitude for her loyalty. And I did not presume to give them to her in person.
Thank you, Your Eminence. I imagine these 2 have cost you almost as much as the original 12.
And now, Cardinal, if you have no more surprises for us, the Queen and I will lead the dance. Madame?
I'll say Her Majesty is safe from what I've heard tonight.
So many dangers you've been through.
so many more I face for you. Tomorrow then, at dusk we'll meet again.
I say the Fullerton
D'Artagnan. You have done more than you know.
Your Majesty.
Look after Constance. She has been very loyal.
France is on the brink of war, and my confidence in you both has been severely shaken.
So I received nothing? I risked everything, and because of your incompetence.
Oh, let's not insult each other, milady. We were thwarted by a naive idiot, blessed with luck.
Oh, luck perhaps, but also cunning. We underestimated that sweet little innkeeper's wife.
Madame Bonacieux, she is just a go-between.
She's the Queen's only confidant. Remove her, the Queen will be exposed.
A formal arrest? We'd need evidence.
Not arrested, simply taken away. Trust me. We needn't bother the Cardinal with the details.
And D'Artagnan? A dark alley, a drunken brawl, I soon could take care of him.
No, leave D'Artagnan to me.
Don't waste your time on him. I thought you preferred men of wit and breeding.
Yes, I do. Cecile, the Chevalier is leaving. Tell the Cardinal that I have read his letter, and that I remain, as always, his servant. Gentlemen, gentlemen, mealy-mouthed gentlemen, dragging their pride and their honor like dogs at their heel. Keep swirling, gentlemen, boot-creaking gentlemen, hard bodies, deep voices, leather and velvet and steel. Don't show you're different, play the game, nice and tame, keep it tight, under control. What makes him different? Pretty boy, charming boy, same as the rest of them, part of the whole. Am I a woman to turn from my goal? Women blush, gentlemen, women swoon, gentlemen, simpering, whimpering women in muslin and lace. What if he's charming, love's cruel, he too will burn in the flame I know well how to fan. Death towards charming, use what you have and destroy what you can. Am I a woman as weak as a man? Cecile, I want you to do something for me. A little exercise in seduction. I think you'll enjoy it. Is it D'Artagnan? Remember your place. His servant. Guard yourselves, gentlemen. I am no gentleman. What's one more step on this dark road you've made for me? Every twist, every turn planted by gentlemen. I am no gentleman. No
you been?
In the monastery at Bethlehem. The abbe's an old friend of mine.
You really look the part, Porthos.
Oh, well, it doesn't quite fit me properly, but underneath, it's still the same superb body. Oh.
You look a bit the worse for wear.
I sprained my knee.
Your what?
My upper thigh, then.
Would you like to try some of my mother's ointment?
Oh, no, thanks. But D'Artagnan, you have no idea what I've been through. Talk about mortification of the flesh. There's a plank beds and hair shirts.
But the liturgy was exquisite.
Bells at all hours, interminable chanting.
Simple, healthy diet.
Starvation.
Solitude. Chastity. Yes, that was a bit tricky. We're getting a little old for this.
Perhaps.
What about you? That looks like success.
Yes! I'll tell you about it later. But where's Athos?
We assumed he was with you.
I left him at St. Omer, 5 to 1.
Oh, that's nothing for him.
No, it's nothing better.
I must find him. He'll be needed here. There's going to be war. War? Yes, Blanchet, a proper war, and I'll finally get my chance to prove myself in battle and become a musketeer.
Well, don't be away too long, D'Artagnan. Our preparations must begin at once.
What do you mean?
Well, think, man. We can't fight in this state. If we're going to die, we must look magnificent.
Could I ask for a week's leave, sir? I ought to visit my poor old mother.
Absolutely not, Blanchet. I have something much more important for you. While I'm away, you're to look after Madame Bonacieux. Do not let her out of your sight. You know what will happen if you fail.
Let me have a guess. Roasted on the spit. Flayed alive.
That's too complicated. Strangled and dumped in the Seine.
Don't worry, sir. Have I ever let you down?
Wait there.
Where are you going?
I have to go to St. Omer to find Athos.
It is not that simple. We have made enemies here.
Look, I went to London because you asked me.
And now I'm asking you to stay.
Constance, he's my friend.
And what am I?
In my dream, there was Paris. There was moonlight and Paris. And spread beneath the sky, the city seemed to sigh as it lay there at my feet. On a night so like this one, but then no, not like this one. In my dream I was alone, but how could I have known that you'd be here to make the dream complete? There's only so much that you learn to believe in. Dreams only go so far. To dream you'd be here in my arms in the moonlight, foolish, yet here you are. There's only so much that a man can imagine. Dreamers are human too. It was easy to dream of Paris, but who could have dreamed of you?
So you'll stay.
Athos could be dead.
And so could you be. If you leave Paris wearing that ring.
But the Queen's just given it to me.
Exactly. And that's what it says to the world.
But surely, a beautiful young woman at court might be given a ring by an admirer.
Not if she were married, surely.
The woman I'm thinking of can't truly be married. Not in her heart.
I was given no choice. I was only 16 years old. In my dream, there was someone, such a bold, handsome someone. He was gallant as can be, slaying dragons just for me, and he filled my world with light. If I'd thought There's only so much that you learn to believe in. Dreams slowly fade away. Strange how it seems, how it's real.
Our dreams can change in a single day. A single There's only so much you can hope there'll be someone. Dreams seldom do come true. It was easy to dream of Paris and someone dreamers so often do. But who in their wildest dreams could have dreamed of sharing a dream with you?
You're in safe hands, madame. All you have to do is call. So it's war! Well, not much of a war, really, more a little local difficulty. Let me explain. There's this town called La Rochelle. There's Protestants, Catholics, political factions, but it's really just a chance for the Buckinghams and Richelieus of this world to snatch a little glory. Our masters look down from on high, and La Rochelle catches their eye. It's time for some blood to be shed, or so our wise leaders have said. They're all mad as hatters, and none of it matters, but that's not much use to the dead. The orders go out from the gilded halls. The English attack and the town duly falls. The French entrench outside of its walls. A nice little war, and what's it all for? Don't ask me. You're up early. I have my orders. Good day, Henri. Good day, mademoiselle. You're off, I see, to La Rochelle. Yes, La Rochelle. Don't be afraid. This war is hell, but good for trade. Young men will fly to war as young men must, while old ones try to make an honest crust. The men need bread and winding sheets. The army has to buy 'em, and we're here to supply 'em. You can't resist a good old-fashioned war, as true today as in those famous days of yore. You only have to cast your mind back to the Roman and the Greek. It laid their world to waste, and still they found it magnifique. A good old-fashioned thing to fight and die. And better yet, let's not forget the reason why. When the roll of honor's taken, one thing makes us proud, and that's we've helped to save the bacon of some fine aristocrats. How grand it is to hear the cannons roar! Oh, there's nothing like a good old-fashioned war.
I'm so sorry.
Allow me.
You're very kind. Thank you. Oh, look, my mistress will beat me for this.
You tell her it was my fault. Planchet's the name. Gilbert Planchet.
But I expect you'll be off to war soon, like everyone else.
Possibly. Your good old-fashioned war is here to stay. It's just the job to give the mob a role to play. They're little more than cattle when no fighting's to be done, but need 'em for a battle. Look, they're heroes, everyone. They sacrifice and breathe as freedom born. Oh, there's nothing like a good old-fashioned war. A good old-fashioned war. remember that your mother old and gray, how glad she's bound to be to see you gaily march away. The good old fashioned God is on your side. His guarantee to conquer people's war and war. They'll sing you a Creatolis for the glory that you found. And glory, such a solace when you're 6 feet underground. Like hell upon the carnage and the gore. Although your bones will soon be hashed, a man should die with some panache. For that you need a good
too steep, no foot too sore, no bed too mean, who cares? It's the life of a musketeer. Leave me in peace!
Athos! Athos, it's me!
Who?
D'Artagnan!
D'Artagnan? Why did you say so? Come and join me!
Oh, I don't advise it, sir. He's mad. He's been holed up for over a week. I can't get rid of him.
Why don't you come up?
It's quiet down here, and I'm very well supplied. Woman, I congratulate you. That burgundy in the far corner is exceptional. And the second dozen is as good as the first.
Good God, the man's a sponge. You gnawed my hams and ravished my cheeses.
The number of rats down here is a disgrace.
I'm ruined. I'm ruined.
You'll get paid. Depart! So, my friend, I seem to remember something about diamonds.
We succeeded.
I knew we would. I killed my 5, and I felt a little thirsty. This calls for another drink.
Athos, Athos! You're needed in Paris. War has been declared.
What's the hurry?
I'm worried. I'm worried about Constance.
Oh, D'Artagnan. The first pretty girl you kiss, you imagine you're in love. Take a little wine, friend. Take a healing draught. Getting drunk is fine, friend. Stops the fuss, calms the din. Think of us at the inn. How, my friend, we laughed. How we laughed.
Athos, we need to get back.
Take a little time, friend, so much time to spare. Hurry's a crime, friend, who can say in your rush comes the day you might crush something very rare. Something that you love. You think you know me, D'Artagnan, a man who won't falter or flinch, ever the fearless companion, a man you can trust in a pinch, storming the fortresses, leading the way, with a swagger and oath and a jest, giving his all the heart of the fray, to rusty old Athos, one of the best. Let me tell you a story.
Is it true?
Of course! It's about the Comte de la Fère, a friend of mine, the heir to a great estate. When he was your age, I suppose, he fell in love with a girl of 16, as beautiful as a dawn, with the mind of a poet. My friend could have seduced her. Fool that he was, he married her.
But he loved her.
Yes. For a few months he was in heaven. Walking together through his father's fields, riding somber on his father's horses, huddled in winter as the fire glowed red on the hearth in the bed in his father's house.
I tell you the story.
One winter's day, her horse slipped. She fell and struck her head on a rock. She lay there on the snow. He slit open her dress to help her breathing. And there, on her left shoulder.
What?
A fleur-de-lis. His love was a common prostitute, branded by the public executioner.
But surely he would have
She
seen...
never let him make love to her in the light. She said she felt more alive in the darkness.
What did your friend do?
He left her in the snow.
Was she dead?
That cured me of beautiful women with long, fair hair. Take a little lifetime, hold it to the light. In a lifetime, tiny flaws unpainted, bolted doors, old regrets, nevermore, and can't forget. Vessels and battles won and hollow cast, trials and tests and pointless quests, and all the uncompleted tasks, and all the fruit that withered on the vine. Come, my friend, take a little wine.
What's your cue, Bonacieux?
Oh, good morning, my dear. Good morning, my dear.
Don't I get a kiss?
Oh, yes. Don't I?
And try to act normally. Would you like another glass?
I believe you're trying to make me drunk, Monsieur Planchet.
Call me Gilbert. What would I want to do that for? Go on. One more. Enjoy yourself.
And who's paying? Shall we charge Monsieur D'Artagnan's bill?
Why not?
I don't believe you're really a servant. Are you? Where's your master?
He's had to go away for a few days. He's left me in charge with strict instructions to look after...
Oh, so you sleep here, Gilbert?
Of course.
In your master's room?
Yes, he trusts me.
In one of those big double beds? With a lovely soft mattress and great feather pillows?
Good morning, my dear. Don't I get a kiss? taking her?
Cecile will look after her. She'll be quite safe, so long as you do as you're told. But if not...
The Bastille.
Exactly. Well done, Cecile. So much for the servant. Now for the master.
Planchet? Oh, master, thank God.
Where's Constance?
I don't know, sir.
What's happened? Tell me, damn you!
I was here like you told me, and they took her away. I fought like a tiger, but there were 6 of them. I'm sorry, sir.
It's not your fault, Planchet. I'm the one who let her down.
I said, sir, don't come on too strong. There's bound to be word before long. But patience, it must be confessed, a talent he never possessed. And now he won't eat, and he lives on the street, and God knows what to do for the best.
Windows shuttered tight, darkened alleys yawning.
Those who caught the night may not see the morning. Paris, my night.
Visions from a dream, rendezvous and visits. Did you hear a scream?
That's what it is, it's Paris, my night.
Searching for a face, mid so many others. Isn't that her face? Isn't that her face?
No, my friend, another's. Paris, my night.
Monsieur Bonacieux, any news of Constance? Of your wife?
Nothing. I don't know what to think.
She hasn't been to the palace? She's just vanished.
I almost forgot. This came for you. Scented paper, distinguished crest on the sealing wax.
Come alone to my house at St. Cloud tonight. Make sure you are not followed. I may be able to help you. Milady de Winter.
Sounds aristocratic, sir. I ought to come with you.
No, Planchet. I'll manage this on my own.
Virtue cannot guide you. Evil walks abroad.
Have I arranged everything as you wished? Thank you, Cecile. And remember, just the one candle. We shall soon see how faithful he can be. Monsieur d'Artagnan. Oh, gentlemen don't usually wear their swords when they visit a lady. Cecile will take that for you. Please. Leave the shutters open, Cecile. The air is wonderfully scented tonight.
Milady, I think I've seen you once before.
Oh, where?
On my journey to Paris.
It's possible.
Milady, someone very close to me has disappeared.
I know. Madame Bonacieux is in the hands of the Cardinal. I have some influence with him.
I want to know if she's safe.
And what would you give for that?
Everything.
Madame Bonacieux is fortunate to have someone like you to care about her. I have no one.
But you
have so much.
The days grew long, the lilacs bloom, the callers make their calls and then they go away. The air is heavy in the garden with lilacs and heat. The scent hangs heavy in my chamber, so cloyingly sweet. Here are all the things that touch my life, ivory and porcelain and silver, china shepherdesses with their sweethearts, and lilacs, all that I am. The lilacs bloom, the lilacs fade, the callers make their calls, and some, yes, some may stay. We move in step forever smiling, though not with our eyes. We play the game with such refinement, but never surprise. Sleepless with the things that touch my life. See the moon reflected in the silver, china shepherdesses ever watching and mocking all that I am. Smile, always smile, moving steady, never show what's in your heart, for your heart burns to cry out loud. Is this all? Nothing more? Only this? Must I always be alone while the shepherdesses play and the petals fall away? Forgive me. I forget myself.
Are you so alone?
Do you understand? I think perhaps you do. The nights grow long, the lilacs die, the callers send regrets, they've other calls to pay. The frost is heavy in the garden, so barren and still. The time hangs heavy in my chamber, and will do until one more caller comes to touch my life, sweep away the porcelain and silver, bring me back the vanished days of lilacs, and show me
Let me see you in the light.
No, I feel more alive in the darkness.
The fleur-de-lis.
Yes, D'Artagnan the fleur-de-lis. Is it so very terrible?
So you dare to come and touch my life? Look to your right, for thine is hand, I swear I'll show you how that
You can't say I didn't warn him. That woman was a demon. It was quite a relief to arrive here at La Rochelle. At least you know who the enemy is. A good day, Henri. Still glad you joined the army? As for my master, he's the hero of the camp. If they ask for volunteers, it's me, sir, please. Please, choose me, sir. Let me storm the bastion single-handed. Let me swim the river at midnight and recapture the flag. And half the time he volunteers me as well.
What's that?
Soup, sir. Ah.
What sort of soup?
Sort of a thistle soup, sir. Where have you been?
See if there's any word of the Musketeers. They should have joined up with our regiment days ago. My God, what are you doing here?
You have to follow your customers. Sir, I bring you good news.
Has she been found?
I'm afraid not. But your friends are on their way. They sent you this.
Here's a bottle of Anjou with our compliments. Drink to our health and to our reunion, Porthos! Bon monsieur, I never thought I'd be so pleased to see you. You must drink with me.
A glass of wine, a game of dice, a roll, make up the lines, a musketeer.
What's all this we've been hearing about you?
Yes, even the cardinal is singing your praises.
Porthos! Thanks for your present. I was just about to drink your health.
I haven't sent you anything.
What are you talking about? Here's your letter. Salute!
Sir!
Look. Did you drink some? A mouthful!
This isn't my writing.
Help me!
Who sent you?
Tell us or I'll wring your neck.
Oh, you idiot.
Sir.
Sir, all you've got left to you now is a good death. Tell us the truth. Who sent you?
Lady de Winter.
Planchet. You saved my life.
I always knew he had some hidden quality.
My friends, I have made a deadly enemy. Someone far more dangerous than the English or the Cardinal. Athos. That story you once told me about your friend and the woman he left for dead.
Did I tell you that?
I went to see Milady de Winter. See if she could help me find Constance. And I almost betrayed my love.
Is Milady so very beautiful?
Yes! But Athos, on her left shoulder.
The fleur-de-lis. Don't worry. Leave this to me. Now that the Cardinal is here, the lady won't be far away. Time to pay my dues. Time to turn and face the past. Be a man. Be a friend.
Time to cut the cord. Time to see the truth at last. Time to see that once I knew how to live as a hero. Take up your sword and follow your destiny's call. But now what's true about being a hero doesn't seem so clear at all.
The dead pile up, and the siege grinds on. The king campaigns alongside his musketeers. The queen arrives from Paris, and my master fights even more fiercely.
My love, I write to you perhaps for the last time. I have been wounded and have sailed for England.
Your Grace, I write for the first and last time. Tonight I have been reunited with the king at La Rochelle.
I knew this war would grieve you, but I was bound to follow my heart.
I am Queen of France, but also a woman. And each death, French or English, wounds my heart.
I offered you all my love, but I respect your vows.
If you loved me, you would stop this war. Whatever happens, you must know that I will never see you again.
I am beginning to have some doubts about Milady, but I still need her services. Keep a close eye on her. Milady, I see a way to stop this war. Buckingham is in England. I want you to go there and make sure that his wound proves fatal.
And in return?
What you have always wanted.
The bearer of this paper has acted by my authority and for the good of the state.
A carte blanche, milady. Use it wisely.
I too have enemies.
D'Artagnan's a brave young man. Misguided, perhaps.
He's a traitor.
Far from it. He has done wonders for France. As for Madame Bonacieux, she'll be safe in the convent at Nantes until you return. Yes, Rochefort informed me of your enterprise. I do like to concern myself with the details. This time, milady, I expect success.
And the Cologne? As beautiful as ever.
Comte de la Fère.
Your secret is safe. Go and kill Buckingham. But D'Artagnan is like a son to me. If you harm him...
What will you do, Comte? Can you kill a woman twice?
Milady.
A change of plan. Cardinal's orders. We go first to Nantes, to the convent. hint of frost is in the air. You ought to guard against the autumn chill.
Who are you? Have you come from the Queen?
No, not from the Queen.
From the Cardinals?
All right. My dear, I understand. I come to bring you hope. Your friend D'Artagnan has not forgotten you.
How do you know about us? D'Artagnan would never betray our love.
He asked me to give you this.
For a moment I thought we were rivals.
Nothing could be further from the truth. He'll be here soon.
Tomorrow.
Oh, hush now. Be patient. Soon you'll be free.
Yes. When D'Artagnan comes.
Beyond the wall.
Did you doubt him for a moment?
Your journey now.
I think you're such a foolish child.
This is your destiny.
You should have known that he would.
You know it.
The sun is setting on your old life forever.
Who knows what waits beyond the wall?
Another night, another future. Forever.
Stars all you need to
Yes, and
take.
he will fill your world with light.
Do what you
Lead
must.
you by the hand until tomorrow.
Only be strong. Find out all that you are. Find out
Evermore.
one step.
Soon, my love.
Take a little wine, dear. Take and drink it deep. Raise your glass with mine, dear. Wine will help you sleep.
I must go. I may have been followed. Well, that door leads to the gardens. Please, may I know your name?
Perhaps you should. It's Clarice. Clarice de Winter.
Your friend told me you would come.
What friend?
She heard your horses and thought they were her enemies. I feel faint.
Some water, quickly. Constance, her name, you must remember.
It was Clarice. Clarice de Winter.
Who gave you this?
She did.
Poor soul. Porthos, Aramis, come with me.
Don't leave me! Go! Send for help!
You know it's too late. I'm so sorry, my friend.
My love?
Carry me outside. It's so peaceful.
In our dreams there was Paris.
Paris.
There was moonlight and Paris.
Moonlight.
And spread beneath the sky. Must we seem to sigh
Such a perfect
as it lay there at our feet?
I'll be waiting for you.
On a night so like this one, full of stars, just like this one, you in
gentleman to capture one woman.
Not just a woman, a murderer.
D'Artagnan, I thought you understood.
D'Artagnan, don't speak to her. Porthos, Aramis, keep guard. Take him with you. Planchet, you know what to do.
What do you want with me now? You left me to die. But it's not too late. I have forgiven you. Walking together in the autumn fields, riding together on our snow-white horses, huddled in winter as the fire glowed red. Didn't you ever want to know who I really was?
Yes. In my dreams.
You can do nothing to me.
There are some crimes for which there is no carte blanche. Anne de Cologne, Comtesse de la Fère, Clarisse, Milady de Winter. You are here to answer for your crimes. Aramis, I call on you first.
I charge her with the attempt to murder D'Artagnan by poison. I charge her with the death of Bonacieux.
And you, D'Artagnan?
I charge you with the murder of Constance Bonacieux.
The verdict.
Guilty.
The sentence.
Death.
Death. And yours, D'Artagnan.
Death.
Executioner, carry out the sentence.
You have no right! D'Artagnan, have pity on me!
You have none!
I learned that from others! You taught me to hate! Never forget that!
D'Artagnan, at last.
Gentlemen, I am happy to announce, despite your absence from the battlefield, that the Duke of Buckingham is dead and that the war is over. Now, where is Milady de Winter?
She has been executed.
Who gave you the power of life and death in France? Rochefort, arrest them!
Cardinal! Why are my musketeers under arrest?
These men are charged with murder.
Your Majesty, what we have done is lawful and just, as the Cardinal himself has written. The bearer of this paper has acted
by my authority and for the good of the state.
D'Artagnan, bring me that paper.
Sire, is this the D'Artagnan who fought so bravely at La Rochelle? Surely he deserves some reward.
Treville?
The king has appointed you a musketeer.
And Cardinal, as we discussed last night?
This is a commission as a lieutenant.
An officer! But Your Majesty, it's blank.
You may write in whatever name you choose, but I give it to you.
France is grateful, D'Artagnan, and wounds will heal.
Even those to the heart, Your Majesty?
And Rochefort, From today, we count Monsieur d'Artagnan among our friends. Keep in mind our edict about dueling.
Monsieur d'Artagnan, we shall meet in Paris.
Willingly. Behind the Luxembourg.
Come, gentlemen!
Here, Athos. You take it. You'd make the best of us.
Thank you, D'Artagnan. But imagine, Lieutenant Lecomte de la Fère. Rather undignified. Besides, it's time I went back to my estates.
Porthos, you'd look magnificent in a lieutenant's uniform.
I know. But I heard from my Duchess only yesterday. Her husband's received the last rites. She'll be a rich widow any day.
Then, Aramis, you have the style and the connections?
Generous offer, D'Artagnan. But these past few days have helped me to make up my mind. I am going to follow my first calling, become a priest.
You take it, D'Artagnan. No one deserves it more.
Without my friends, I shall have nothing but bitter memories.
You're still young. As you grow older, the past will seem a different place. When we had time to change the world, time to stay forever young, time to dream, time to fly.
Words of hate, words of love, people's words.